Hi, I'm Jim, and for BFR, it is July 25th. It's a Saturday. Happy birthday, Mom. And want to say thanks to everybody for checking out the COVID 19 update on our metrics for Georgia today. Popping up today's report, tests, cases, and percent positive were all right in line with what we've been seeing when you do a 7 day average over the last week. Tests were at 28,000, which is about 1,000 more tests than the 7 day average. Cases were about 100 more cases than the 7 day average when we look at 3787 on the case range. Obviously, it's way down from last week. Both tests and cases are way down from last week, but last week was the biggest day ever, so at least at its time. So you've got to allow for that as you look at the data. 14.9% positive rate. That is typically where we've been holding for almost the whole month of July now. So we ultimately want to see that number come down to the 5% range. That tells us that we're testing enough and that the spread is slowing. So being up at 15% is not the place we want to be in the long term. Let's look at the reports on deaths today. We had 53 deaths today. That's 17 more than last week. After having a massive 75 plus week for 3 days this week. 50 is still very high. It is above our 7 day average of 47. So what all this says, if you stack all the data together, it says that we have had the most fatalities this week of any week since COVID-19 started hitting Georgia. Now, the way the weeks are counted, they go Monday to Sunday, so we have one more day to add to that data, but we're already in record high amounts. And the same thing for new hospitalizations. New hospitalizations are already in record high amounts for on a weekly basis because we just saw those 4 days earlier this week where it was 400, 400, 400, 400 that kept us going after a slow Monday. Today was new hospitalizations was 377, so 277, so a little bit down from last week, a little bit off the average, but still kind of right in line with what we've been seeing. GEMA active hospitalizations, that has been trickling down over the last few days. We do expect it to go down on the weekend, generally. Especially when I don't want to say critical care unit is discretionary, but when they are doing operations and planned surgeries that try and put people into CCU for a few days, that they try and get them out on the weekends. So try and have people home on the weekend. So not surprised that this number has come down the last couple of days. I think before we call it a trend, I'd like to see the number be kind of steadily down for more than a week. So we're down, I think it's 5 of the last 6 days. Let's see where we end up Wednesday, Thursday next week, and we can start thinking about calling that a true trend. Now is normally the time when I would show the CCU data, but GEMA has not reported it as of 4:35, which is when I kind of draw the line and try and get this video done and all the stuff published for the day. So I don't have that information to show you. What I will do is I will add a 2-day view in when we do the data for Sunday. So lots to come tomorrow. That means we will have the weekly view, the daily view, the weekly view, and a couple of days of CCU data to look at when we get to tomorrow's video. In the meantime, just a reminder, if you want to discuss this, we've got a Reddit thread. Just check the link below and click in there and join us for the discussion on Reddit. Or leave a message and ask me questions there, or just say hey. Always I appreciate everybody, and it's probably a good time to say thank you to the folks who have tipped me through the Reddit tip jar. I greatly appreciate that. It's been motivational and nice to see everybody just kind of endorsing and helping me out there. So really appreciate that, as well as thanks to everybody watching these videos and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Appreciate that as well, and that's very helpful to me. And watch one of my other videos or two as well. Maybe you don't want to hear more about COVID, but there's some space stuff in there. I fixed some clocks. Go have fun and check out some phones or something. Thank you very much for checking in. Either way, whatever you decide to do, thank you very much for checking in. Hope you have a great Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon with those weekly updates and more.